it. Aqua? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is. To think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Phoebus, am I that hated? Aqua tried to bring the murder on you on purpose. He did? I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Ha! Hey! Hey, pal! You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Detective Gumshoe! Forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, Detective. I'm sorry. Look. Relax a little. We got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? But if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Aqua's room. Yep, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Miss Montgomery be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know. Miss Montgomery didn't seem in control of things though just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What do you mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Ah! Don't scare me like that. Looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. Entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Court is now back in session. Miss Montgomery, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Aqua's testimony starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of which kind of motive Aqua would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingley. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the wingmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. Became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I want to find a way to obtain the wingmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Aqua would kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no real need for cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Aqua kill the wingmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. There's no need to cross-examine this witness. What's that? Why was the wingmaster murdered? There's no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I know the answer already. Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would just like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Akko would want the Wingmaster dead? Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Akko killed the Wingmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Akko had no reason to kill the Wingmaster at all! Ow! You foolish attempts to force like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer of Russell Berry, Wingmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Akko, you didn't plan to kill the Wingmaster at all, did you? The Wingmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness's murder plot was not the Wingmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Order! Bailiff! I don't care who it is, smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must! Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Ow! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in his court? Are you attempting to imply that Akko was trying to kill someone else? Take that! Regina Berry? This young girl is the Wingmaster's daughter, correct? Akko, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you? Objection! You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question. Objection! He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to... Ow! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself! Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence! Now! I want to know why Akko wanted to kill Regina Berry! Yes, me too! I demand to see some proof! Present evidence that proves Akko was out to kill this young girl! Take that! Akko, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Wingmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Akko wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, To the Murderer. Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with the note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Akko did indeed place his note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Wingmaster. You mean, it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was other than Regina Berry! Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's a truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the Wingmaster, saw the note? That's correct! The Wingmaster ended up in that plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony that Akko gave us earlier today? Lifting the bus and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Echo had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! I've got it! Echo thought it was Regina down in the plaza, and that's when he let the bus fly. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Aqua wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolishly tomfoolery. You're so foolish you even made me sound like a fool-hardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes. What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note is declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The wingmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza in place of his lovely daughter. Hold on right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. The incident occurred 6 months ago. And now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at the time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence mentioned 6 months ago is actually... Take that! What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It isn't a joke at all. It's the decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recalling that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking that note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Objection!
Foolishly fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim?
Take that!
Who is this? There's Aqua's younger brother.
Objection!
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead. Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Aqua could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Aqua's brother's seen dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. Lion? Regina, Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. So then what happened to Aqua's brother? He's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think that what happened to Bat was actually an accident? The line-biting bat was no accident at all. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There's no way that Regina would ever incite her line to attack another human being. She may not have incited the line to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the line bite awkward for the bat.
Take that!
That's just a scarf! Aqua! This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is it the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could! Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal, but out of curiosity, what was her crime? Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. What is the crime in that? It just seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright! Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion, for a moment the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling, however. Lion sneeze. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You got to be kidding me.
Objection!
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object! For objection's sake! Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? You really intend to say that this is this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. This lion sneezed due to the pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Aqua nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot! It almost does seem like a terrible joke, doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that this is what I said was true? Aqua! You don't mean... You can't mean... Witness! Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion? I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? Same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bus on top of the Ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the photo weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise. The photo weapon? Bust that the defense claims was used. That was to be found in Aqua's room, and it will cover the victim's blood. That would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you gotta do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. That'd be worthwhile to search Echo's room, but why don't you go to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma total justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Aqua's room yesterday. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Aqua would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bus was not in the room. The motor weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bus was in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick comes to execute the shots by complete surprise. And we took Aqua directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. It looks like you lack the final nail to put into my coffin. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, the only evidence that's relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the Ringmaster. You should know that by now. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bus. Where is it now? Where's the bus right now? The Phoenix Wright. You know where that bus is. I'm sure you do. Not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bus is? It seems like this case is coming to a close. The defense's counter-argument looks to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings an end to the cross-examination of this witness. Hold it! Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I just bit my tongue. Huh? What? We need time to do. Wow! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Are you asking me? Well, it's up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Aquabats always have their lives on the line, don't they? That's how Aqua's lived his life up until now. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well, the defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue. I don't think he'll be fighting one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. The motor weapon! Where is Max's bus now? It's obvious! The bus is somewhere in this very courtroom! It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once and for all. Aqua! I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy. You have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just want to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. It seems to me that you really need to say hide a bust under there? Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved in covenant when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the motor weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, and the only place that you could hide it. Under your wheelchair. Which is why, Akro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. You fool! How could you? Got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? This is one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the spy search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence. The cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. With the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you execute your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. The only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. So, Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And I was been caught in the middle of court hiding the motor weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Mr. Karma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sort of couldn't. I can't believe it. Me! Make a mistake! Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. You killed the wingmaster of the Big Berry Circus? Berry Big Circus? Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for the crime. Acro. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be great to get him back in the same way. And that's why she colored the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star, but you believed in that so purely. And she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I thought of giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. Not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. Screw it up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. This case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd actually declare my verdict. Not guilty. This court is adjourned. Fabulous! To be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the Wingmaster, Regina, and Bass. Every single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? It's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only at max 1,000,000 of them! Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? Aqua. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll never like this. You'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? You've been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. And Aqua, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Aqua said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Aqua is gonna try and get his revenge on me? He's not going to do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You really sure I can believe that? Yep. Aqua doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Aqua not wanting revenge. Aqua didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wants to see his brother open his eyes again. Bat? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. Now that Aqua's been caught. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Ben as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Aqua again. So sweet of you, Regina. Sorry, Aqua. Sorry, Matt. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whatever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand, but a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's the big question. Our Wingmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made this decision. What is it? I decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen! The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh! That's quite the goal. Yay, I can't wait! Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus in the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. This means this circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been! No. I was right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry! Max! Nick, it seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circus in the world has ever seen! We'll save you the most fabulous seats! It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats! I see. What made the case? Yesterday's surprise raid! It really paid off just like you said it would, Saw! You had it all figured out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Aqua really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Aqua's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth.